Yes.
Yay. Hopefully caught that.
All right.
It wasn't a very
I'm
beautiful
sure it's
snap as far as
beauty snaps are concerned.
No, as far Tiferet, it's like not only compassion but beauty.
It is the beauty of it. The beautiful aspect of love. All right. Day 3, week 5. Tiferet of Hod. Examine if your humility is compassionate. Does my humility cause me to be self-contained and antisocial? Or does it express itself in empathy for others? Is my humility balanced and beautiful?
Let's start with the
first one.
Does my
humility cause me to be self-contained and antisocial, or does it express itself as empathy for others?
Self-contained.
Well, I think they mean like isolationist. Like
sometimes because I can have such empathy for people, that's why I purposefully hold back. And yeah, I think you do the same thing.
Yep.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous to feel too many emotions. And so, like, I don't want to get involved with your, like, sob story, even though, because it could be really easy for me to. And so I'll hold back and be like, yeah. Like, I'll slip, unless they're a true friend or something, I'll slip into, like, the 911 operator kind of thing where it's like,
okay,
so then what happened? Okay, I'm sorry, but not actually saying it with emotion, but I mean trying, like, sort of like more faking the emotion to be like, I am listening, but also I'm trying to not get involved. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this is like, maybe that is sort of like isolating in a way, but it's also for my own health.
I mean, but I think you're also humble enough to know that, like, in that case you can't take it on. So, yeah, I see it. I see it because I know that, like, I will hold back. But I think the type of isolationist that they're thinking about, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think the type of isolationist that they're thinking of is, like, it in my humility, because I feel like I can't help, like, do I never help? Do I choose not to be involved and empathetic at all? Because we know that, at least as far as Musar is concerned, we know that they're not asking us to debase ourselves, right? They're not asking us to go to unhealthy places, but it is challenging us to be more than what we thought we were capable of. So
yeah, like, to go all in with it, every single person would be exhausting, and then there'd be nothing left for you. So if you want to be compassionate to yourself, you can't go there with everybody,
right?
But it's also good to listen or donate money, like, if that's what's needed or something like that. Like, it's not that hard to donate, like, $5. You don't have to do, like, 1,000 or something, but, like, you're doing something to help them.
That's good, yeah. Question 2. Is my humility balanced and beautiful, or is it awkward?
Awkward. I don't think so.
I don't think that
it's pretty balanced.
I think that you gave a really good example the other day when you were talking about, like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and blah, 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 blah. That's kind of awkward. Like, that's a kind of awkward humility. But if you're instead, in the sense that, like,
what was I talking about?
When you were talking about the band.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the awkward side of humility, where you're, like, not, you're not saying what it is that you meant to say. And the beautiful form of humility is saying, like, I recognize that I might not be right for this. However, this is what works for my schedule. So I'm being humble enough to put the decision in your hands.
Yeah.
And at least for me, I know that I've definitely been in the awkward stages of it where I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm not right for it. Leave me,
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
And it does seem to, like, I can easily do the balanced, beautiful kind with everyone I know well. And if it's, even if it's a stranger that doesn't seem higher than me, it seems easier. But if I meet someone that I know is in a position of authority, and they're gonna have some kind of say over my, like, future or something like that, I don't know, like a future landlord or something like that, then I might devolve into the awkward one, because I start to, like, lose my confidence, and so I guess I'm losing my self-esteem, and, like, that's where it becomes awkward.
Yeah. Okay. Great example.
Stumble over my words.
I had asked Rabbi Adam for a letter of recommendation, but this is how I asked for it. I was like, Rabbi Adam, would you be willing to write me a letter of recommendation? And he goes, not if you ask like that. Like, fully, he said, no, not when you ask like that. You need to take up the space that you deserve. if you are going into this field and you want to do good, you don't get to do it like that, because you're not, stop begging for that.
That's so nice.
And I was like, you're right, Rabbi Adam. Thank you so much.
Our boss.
Yeah. I'm like, you were right. Thank you. So, yeah, exactly. That. We've definitely all had those, like, awkward ones where in reality...
I know. When I think that I'm over it and I'm like, I'm a confident person now, I take up my right space, then there'll be that one moment where the awkwardness comes in.
I'm like, oh, wait.
And be like, oh, but I did this, and so you're supposed to now give me this. And, like, I don't know, kind of thing. Like, the power company. I don't even know. Like, there hasn't been something, like, luckily recently that I can think of, but I know that it has happened.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Just as humility brings compassion, compassion can lead to humility. If you lack humility, try acting compassionately, which can help bring you humility. So if you're in a space where you're feeling arrogant, instead try to be compassionate, and then it will bring
you make it, sort of.
Fake it till you make it.
But also the Torah, something about do and then learn.
We will do and then we will hear.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, fine. Apparently compassionate people do this. Well, then I'll just do this. And then, like, the more you keep doing that, I don't know, you're like, actually, this is becoming, this is not so bad after all. And something, it's like you just do what's something, I don't know, I got to get back to donating money. That's one thing. I was really good at that for a time. So I need to do that. I don't know if there's anything, I mean, I guess one thing I could do is, like, people are always telling me to smile more. So it's like, I guess I could do that. And, I don't know why they deserve it, or there's nothing to smile about. I'm not happy about anything when I'm just, like, shopping, unless there's a really cool dress or something.
I don't know. There's a certain aspect of, like, people trying to get others to smile, especially women to smile, that, like, isn't healthy. But it's it's what works for you.
Yeah, I mean, because at some point when I, like, recaptured and reparented myself, I was like, I'm not going to fake anything anymore, like, because I had to fake stuff, like, all my childhood and most of my life. And so, even though I'm an actor, like, but that's when I want to fake things, because I am now doing it on purpose. But, like, in my normal life, I don't have to fake anything, and so that means I'm not going to smile for nothing, and I'm not going to laugh at your dumb joke if it wasn't actually funny. Or, like, sometimes I can tell when something is funny, but it just doesn't bring out laughter. And because, I don't know, my style of humor is more British than American. And, like, it's just, I don't know.
My style of humor is more British. It is. Your style of humor. That's why I think you're so funny all the time. Because I love British humor.
Yeah. Or the awkward laugh. But, like, then I actually mean it. But so, I mean, that is something that I do, though, too, with, again, those authority figures where I'll maybe force the, like, the humble laugh. Like, as something I do. Like, it's a debasing thing and I shouldn't do it. But I don't know. One of those things where I try to, like, act humble. And so, that's something that I need to not do, as far as going back to the awkward/balance thing. But I don't think, as far, what was the question again?
The question was, if you lack humility, try acting compassionately. So you're talking about giving that compassion.
Yeah, I don't think that you or me lack.
I don't think we lack humility.
Yeah, or have to, like,
or lack compassion, for that matter.
Focus on doing the other thing. But if you do, like, or I don't know, if you think that you don't have enough compassion, then try it out and do more things. But I don't know.
Exercise for the day. Express a humble feeling in an act of compassion.
Express a humble feeling.
So when you're feeling humble, do something compassionate.
Express a humble feeling in an act
so
of compassion.
Instead of doing, like, the debasing laughter when you're feeling humble, think of a way to put that into an act of compassion.
No, well, that's something that I do when I want to appear humble.
Oh, wait, but you're not actually feeling humble.
Yeah.
Got it, yes.
It's something that I do so that I appear humble to people. But, like, as far as an act of compassion, why can't you just do an act of compassion and not feel humble in it? That's what I'm confused about.
Well, you can. You can just do an act of compassion and not feel humble in it. But what we're trying to do is bring out the compassionate aspect of humility, not the humble aspect of compassion.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, a good example of this would be, like, if I am feeling like I'm not good enough at something, right? Like, I feel like I'm not there. How can I put that into an act of compassion? Okay, for example, I have a lot of lines to learn in my show. and I wasn't getting them, and I felt so like completely not me, and I was like really angry and really frustrated with myself and feeling really anxious about all of it and not getting any of it done. And so the way that I was able to enact that humble feeling was saying, hey, I can help you with your lines. Will you help me with my lines? And so I was able to put that into an act of compassion, helping another person with their lines.
Yeah.
And then that was able to also fulfill the need for me. And now I know my lines.
It's like
So,
reciprocal.
yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an example. Another example. An act of compassion. All I can think about is when you see people and you give them food or money or something.
Yeah.
But then how would you add a humble feeling into that?
Well, recognizing the humility and being able to give, right? It's not from a place of arrogance that you're able to give, but rather, oh, God or the divine or whatever, I'm so grateful that I'm in this place where I can give. And if we can do that from this place of like, I'm really grateful that I have the opportunity to help, that is humility.
I guess you could, I don't know if this would be like weird to say to the person, but when you're giving them something to be like, and they like will probably say thank you. If you were to say, oh, thank you for giving me the opportunity, like,
yeah,
like,
I mean, I say that all the time. It's my blessing to give.
Kind of weird or something, but like whatever, like then that's up to them to take it if it's weird or not. At least you, I don't know, were true to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fiddler on the roof. Like, it's my blessing to give. It's like thank you for the opportunity. I actually very honestly say that often to my students.
I need to do that then
like,
more.
My kids will ask me for something, they'll ask me a question, and I'll say thank you for the question, and I genuinely mean it. So that kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. All right.
So we did it.
That's our exercise.
Tiferet
Go
of
to
Hod.
it. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.